Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something important about life. Life is not about what you achieve, it's about how you grow. You see, we often hear about success, about the accolades, the awards, the praise, but what's more important than any of that is the journey, the transformation that happens when you embrace the challenges. A growth mindset isn't just a concept, it's a way of living, a way of facing every obstacle with the belief that your abilities, your skills, your potential, they're not fixed. You can develop them, you can get better, you can evolve, and that's where the power lies. When you believe you can grow, you start to see the world differently. You begin to embrace failure as a teacher, not a setback. You start looking for lessons in the hard times because you know those are the times that shape you, mold you, and make you stronger. But it doesn't stop there. The beauty of a growth mindset is that it opens doors to possibilities you never even dreamed of. It fuels you to push further, to dig deeper, and to give everything you've got. It forces you to look inside and ask yourself, what am I capable of? And the truth is, you're capable of more than you can ever imagine. So let me tell you this, don't wait for the perfect moment to come around. Don't wait for everything to line up because that's not how life works. Life is unpredictable and growth is messy. But if you keep the mindset that you can grow through whatever life throws at you, you'll start to see success in places you never thought possible. You are the author of your own story, and you get to decide every single day whether you're going to let challenges stop you or whether you're going to use them to become the best version of yourself. So ask yourself, are you ready to grow? Are you ready to evolve into the person you were meant to be? Life is often painted as a race toward the finish line. We're told to keep our eyes on the prize, to push forward, to achieve and to succeed. And while success is important, there's something even more valuable along the way. Something that's often overlooked, the journey. It's not just about where you end up, but how you get there, how you handle the obstacles, how you grow from the experiences, and how you adapt to life's twists and turns. The truth is, too many of us get caught up in what's at the end of the road. We get so fixated on the destination that we forget to appreciate what's happening right now, the day-to-day challenges, the setbacks, the moments when things don't go as planned. They're all part of the story. And in those moments, we learn who we really are. When you embrace the journey, you stop seeing challenges as roadblocks. You start seeing them as opportunities to improve, to refine your skills, to become stronger. Each mistake, every failure, becomes part of the blueprint for who you will become. Instead of being discouraged when things go wrong, you start to look at it like this. What can I learn from this? And how can I use this to grow? When you truly embrace the journey, you're not constantly looking over your shoulder at what's ahead. You're present. You're engaged with what's in front of you. You start to enjoy the process of improvement, not just the end result. And that makes all the difference because life's about evolution. If we only focus on the destination, we miss the whole reason we're here, to develop, to evolve, and to learn. Embracing the journey means being patient with yourself. It means recognizing that growth takes time and that there's no shortcut to real success. It's about understanding that every step, no matter how small, has its own value. Those small wins, they matter. Those little steps forward, they count. So focus on the journey. Celebrate the moments where you take one more step forward, even if it's not perfect. The outcome will take care of itself when you've put in the work, when you've allowed yourself to evolve, and when you've fully invested in the process of growth. Growth doesn't just happen on its own. It's not something that magically appears because you wish for it. Growth is a decision. It's a choice you make every single day to put in the effort, to face challenges head on, and to push through discomfort. You decide whether you're going to settle or whether you're going to strive for more even when the path gets tough. It's easy to think that growth is something that happens automatically if you just wait long enough. But the reality is, growth is earned. It's about making intentional decisions, taking actions, and stepping outside of your comfort zone. And that can be hard. It means facing fears, overcoming doubts, and pushing through moments when it feels easier to quit. Choosing growth means accepting that you're not perfect, and that's okay. You don't need to have everything figured out. What matters is that you have the will to get better, the desire to learn, and the courage to keep moving forward, even when things don't go as planned. It's about recognizing that every setback is an opportunity to adjust, learn, and come back stronger. When you make the choice to grow, you stop waiting for things to change on their own. You stop looking for external circumstances to align and make things easier. You take control of your own development, knowing that while you can't always control the challenges life throws at you, you can control how you respond to them. Growth is about being willing to do the work, whether it's physical, mental, or emotional. It's about constantly striving to be better than you were yesterday and understanding that this process is ongoing. It's about adopting a mindset that no matter where you are today, you can always be better tomorrow. And that's a choice you make, a commitment you honor with every action you take. It's easy to get comfortable and stick to what's familiar. It's easy to settle for what you know, even if it's not serving you. But growth doesn't come from staying where you are. It comes from deciding to push beyond the limits you've set for yourself. When you choose growth, you choose a life of possibility, a life where you're constantly evolving into someone better than you were before. Challenges are often seen as obstacles, things that stand in our way and prevent us from reaching our goals. But what if I told you that challenges aren't something to fear or avoid? What if challenges are actually opportunities, gifts that can shape us in ways we never imagined? The truth is, the way we view challenges can make all the difference in how we experience them. When you see a challenge, most people see it as a barrier. It's something that needs to be overcome, a hurdle that slows down progress. But when you shift your perspective, that challenge becomes a stepping stone. Every tough situation you face, every difficult moment is a chance to grow, learn, and improve. It's an opportunity to discover strengths you didn't know you had and to push yourself further than you thought possible. Looking at challenges as opportunities means seeing them as part of the process. You're not trying to avoid difficulty, you're learning to embrace it. You recognize that challenges give you the chance to stretch beyond your comfort zone and develop resilience. They test your limits and force you to tap into your inner resources, skills, and creativity in ways you wouldn't otherwise. It's all about mindset. When a challenge presents itself, instead of feeling defeated or frustrated, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I use this to become better? The reality is, no great success came without its fair share of struggles. Behind every breakthrough, every moment of triumph, there were difficulties that had to be faced head on. Take a moment to think about the times you've grown the most in life. Were they the easy moments, the smooth sailing times? Probably not. More likely, they were the moments when you were tested, when you had to dig deep, when things felt like they were falling apart, but you kept going. Those are the moments that shape you. And they wouldn't happen if you avoided challenges. A challenge might seem daunting, but it's never just about the struggle. It's about how you respond to it. If you embrace the challenge, see it as an opportunity to rise to the occasion, you open yourself up to growth. You open yourself up to becoming someone stronger, more capable, and more confident than you were before. Challenges don't define you. How you respond to them does. Every difficulty faced is a chance to refine your skills, sharpen your mindset, and build your character. When you choose to see challenges as opportunities, you step into a life where growth isn't just possible, it's inevitable. Failure is often feared, avoided, and misunderstood. We've been conditioned to see failure as something negative, as a reflection of our inadequacies, or as a sign that we're not good enough. But here's the thing, failure isn't the enemy, it's actually one of the best teachers you'll ever have. If you're willing to listen to it, to learn from it, and to embrace it, failure can teach you more than any success ever could. Every time you fail, you're given a unique opportunity. It's an opportunity to examine what went wrong, to look at the choices you made, and to understand the areas where you need to grow. Failure reveals things about your process, your preparation, and even your mindset that success never will. When things don't work out, you're forced to be honest with yourself about where you fell short, and that honesty is the first step toward improvement. But failure isn't just about what went wrong. It's about what you do next. It's about how you respond. Do you give up? Do you walk away? Or do you use failure as fuel to keep going, to try again and to do better? The greatest achievers aren't the ones who never fail. They're the ones who fail, learn, and keep moving forward. They understand that failure is not final. It's part of the journey. They use it as a stepping stone, not a roadblock. There's a valuable lesson in every failure, and it's often the most uncomfortable lessons that shape us the most. When you fail, you have to reflect, adjust, and grow. You have to ask yourself the tough questions. What could I have done differently? What can I learn from this experience? How can I use this to improve next time? These are the questions that drive growth, and they're questions that only failure can prompt. Failure also teaches resilience. It shows you that setbacks don't define you. You're not your mistakes. You're not the things that didn't work out. Failure teaches you to pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and keep going no matter how many times it happens. Each time you fail and continue to push forward, you become stronger, more capable, and more prepared for the next challenge. And failure doesn't have to be permanent. Just because something didn't work today doesn't mean it won't work tomorrow. Failure is temporary. It's just part of the process. The key is to take the lesson, adjust your approach, and keep moving toward your goal with even more determination. So the next time you fail, don't see it as a setback. See it as a chance to learn, to grow, and to get better. Failure is not your enemy, it's your teacher. And if you're willing to embrace its lessons, it will teach you more than you could ever learn from success alone. Belief is one of the most powerful forces in the world, yet we often underestimate its true impact. It's easy to look at what's in front of us and judge what's possible based on what we see, what we've already achieved, or what we think we're capable of. But belief, true belief, has the power to unlock doors, to move mountains, and to shape reality in ways we can't fully understand until we experience it for ourselves. The power of belief begins within you. It's the quiet voice that tells you, yes, you can. It's the confidence that grows from knowing you have the ability to tackle challenges, to learn new skills, and to overcome obstacles that once seemed impossible. Belief isn't about being perfect or having everything figured out. It's about trusting that you have what it takes to handle whatever comes your way, even when the road is unclear or the outcome uncertain. When you believe in yourself, you open up possibilities that were once out of reach. Belief fuels ambition, drives effort, and creates an internal momentum that propels you forward, even when the external world isn't immediately supportive or encouraging. It allows you to persist when others might give up, to keep pushing when the goal seems too far away, and to keep working even when progress feels slow. Belief is the force that helps you endure, that helps you face each new challenge with the confidence that you'll figure it out, even if it takes time. But belief is more than just self-confidence. It's about having faith in the process. Sometimes we expect immediate results, and when those don't come, we start to doubt ourselves. But belief teaches us that growth takes time. Success doesn't happen overnight. And sometimes it's not the result that matters most, it's the journey. Believing in the process means understanding that every step forward, no matter how small, is part of building something greater than what we see right now. Belief is also contagious. When you believe in yourself, others start to believe in you too. People are drawn to confidence, and when they see you genuinely believe in your own potential, they begin to see it too. Your belief in yourself sets the tone for how others perceive your abilities, and it creates a ripple effect that encourages and inspires those around you to believe in themselves as well. The power of belief also allows you to break through limits you once thought were impossible. How many times have you heard someone say, "I never thought I could do that until I actually tried"? That's belief at work. It's the realization that you're capable of more than you ever imagined. And once you believe in your ability to succeed, the world starts to open up to you in ways you never anticipated. You start seeing opportunities where you once saw obstacles, and you begin to approach life with the mindset that anything is possible. Belief doesn't mean everything will be easy. It doesn't mean that failure won't happen or that challenges won't come, but when you believe in your own potential, you give yourself the strength to keep going, even in the hardest of times. You know that you can learn, you can adapt, and you can overcome. With belief, there is no giving up, because every setback becomes a lesson, every failure a stepping stone, and every challenge just another opportunity to prove to yourself that you're stronger than you thought. So don't sell yourself short. Don't limit your potential by doubting your ability to succeed. The power of belief is real, and when you believe in yourself, you unlock a force inside you that can carry you farther than you ever thought possible. It's the difference between standing still and taking action, between accepting what is and creating what could be. In life, there will always be moments when you want to quit, times when the weight of the world feels too heavy, when everything seems stacked against you, and when the road ahead looks too difficult to navigate. But it's in these very moments that the most important thing you can do is simple: keep pushing forward. It might sound like a cliche, but the act of pushing forward, even when it feels like you're not making any progress, is what separates those who succeed from those who give up. There's a strength that comes from refusing to quit, even when you're exhausted, discouraged, or unsure of the outcome. The journey may be long and the struggle may seem unending, but every step forward, no matter how small, is a victory in itself. When you keep moving forward, you build momentum. Even when you don't see immediate results, you're planting seeds for future growth. You're building resilience. And most importantly, you're proving to yourself that you are capable of handling whatever life throws at you. Keeping your feet moving, even when the path feels unclear, creates a kind of quiet power. It's not about charging forward without hesitation. It's about showing up every day, doing what you can, and refusing to be overwhelmed by the obstacles in your way. You don't have to see the entire staircase to take the first step. You just need to keep moving, keep making progress, even if it feels incremental. Each step, no matter how small, is one step closer to where you want to be. Sometimes the hardest part isn't even the external challenges, it's the internal battle. It's the voice inside your head that tells you to quit, that you're not good enough, or that the effort isn't worth it. But when you choose to push forward, you're not just fighting the world around you, you're conquering that inner voice that seeks to limit you. You're proving to yourself that your will, your determination, and your commitment to progress are stronger than the doubts that try to pull you back. When things get tough, it's easy to focus on how far you still have to go. It's easy to get discouraged and wonder if you'll ever reach your goal. But success is rarely about a single giant leap forward. It's about the consistent, persistent effort of showing up day after day. Every time you push forward, you're gaining new insights, learning new skills, and sharpening your mindset. You're building a foundation that will serve you for the long term. In the moments when you feel like you can't go any further, remember this: every time you keep going, you're growing. Every challenge you face, every hardship you overcome, adds to your strength, your resilience, and your ability to handle the next hurdle that comes your way. You don't get stronger by avoiding difficulty. You get stronger by facing it head on, refusing to back down, and continuing on even when the path seems unclear. In those moments of doubt, remind yourself of why you started. Remember the goals you set, the reasons you chose this path, and the dreams that are waiting for you on the other side of your efforts. Keep pushing forward because you are capable of more than you realize. And even if you don't feel like you're making progress right now, trust that every step forward is taking you closer to who you're meant to be and what you're meant to achieve. The power to keep pushing forward doesn't come from external circumstances. It comes from within. It's the quiet strength, the determination, and the belief that no matter how tough it gets, you can and will keep going. That persistence is what builds success. So even when you feel like giving up, remember that the next step you take could be the breakthrough moment. Keep moving. Keep pushing, because forward is the only direction that will get you where you want to be. Life is messy. It's unpredictable, chaotic, and often doesn't go according to plan. You can set all the goals in the world, work as hard as you can, and still face challenges you never saw coming. It's easy to want everything to be perfect, to believe that success is a straight line from point A to point B, but in reality, life isn't a smooth path. It's filled with detours, obstacles, and moments of uncertainty. It's easy to get frustrated, to feel like giving up when things don't go as expected. But here's the truth, that messiness, those moments of struggle, are exactly where the growth happens. Growth doesn't come from comfort. It doesn't come from avoiding the difficult parts of life or from having everything go smoothly. Growth comes from facing the mess, embracing the chaos, and finding your way through it. The hard times, those times when things feel all over the place, are what shape you. They are the moments that force you to dig deeper, to stretch beyond your limits, and to discover strength you didn't even know you had. The messiness of life is actually a sign that you're living fully, that you're in the process of becoming who you're meant to be. When things aren't going your way, when it feels like everything is falling apart, that's when you're being tested. And it's in those moments of testing that you have a choice. You can either let the mess overwhelm you, or you can use it as an opportunity to grow. Growth is messy, it's uncomfortable, it's not always pretty, but it's worth it because the person you become on the other side of that mess is stronger, wiser, and more capable than the person you were before. The truth is, growth never happens in a perfect, controlled environment. It happens in the moments of struggle, in the times of failure, and in the middle of the chaos. When things go wrong, when you face obstacles that seem insurmountable, that's when you learn the most about yourself. You learn resilience, you learn patience, you learn to adjust and adapt, and every time you come through one of those challenges, you're better equipped to face the next one. It's easy to want to avoid discomfort. It's easy to wish for a life without struggles, without setbacks. But without the mess, without the struggles, there's no real growth. Without those difficult moments, there's no learning, no evolving. Life doesn't become meaningful by avoiding pain. It becomes meaningful by pushing through it, by growing through it, and by coming out the other side stronger. If you choose to view the messiness of life as something to be afraid of or something to run from, you miss out on the growth that comes with it. Yes, life will be messy. There will be mistakes, failures, and unexpected turns. But it's through those moments that you become more than you ever imagined, It's through those messy moments that you learn what you're truly made of. And when you embrace the mess, when you accept the chaos, you give yourself permission to grow in ways you never thought possible. Because in the end, the mess is what makes the journey worthwhile. You are the author of your story, whether you realize it or not. Every single day, you are writing the chapters of your life, shaping the narrative with your choices, your actions, and your mindset. Life may throw unexpected challenges your way, but ultimately, it's you who decides how to respond. It's you who decides what the next chapter looks like, what kind of character you want to be, and what direction you want the story to go. Too often, we allow external circumstances or other people's opinions to dictate the course of our lives. We let fear, doubt, or past experiences tell us what we can and can't do, but the truth is, those things don't define us unless we allow them to. Every moment is an opportunity to rewrite the story, to take control, and to direct your life where you want it to go. Your story is not bound by what has happened before. It's determined by what you choose to do next. You may not have control over the hand you were dealt, but you always have control over how you play it. Your reactions, your decisions, and your resilience define who you are and who you'll become. When things get tough, it's easy to feel like a victim of circumstances. But real power comes from realizing that you are the protagonist in your own story. You don't need permission from anyone else to change the plot, to take the narrative in a new direction, or to rewrite the ending. The beauty of being the author of your story is that you're not locked into any one version of who you are. You can grow, evolve, and transform as many times as you need to. You have the power to add depth to your character, to give yourself new strengths, and to learn from every twist and turn. No chapter is final. Even if one part of your story doesn't go as planned, there's always room for new chapters, new perspectives, and new opportunities. It's also important to realize that authors don't just write when everything is going well. The most compelling stories are often born from the challenges, the trials, the moments of doubt and struggle. Those are the chapters that build character, that reveal strength, and that show the true depth of who you are. You are constantly writing your narrative through your actions, your decisions, and your ability to move forward when things feel difficult. Each setback, each failure is simply a part of the plot that moves the story toward a better, more resilient you. Don't let anyone else hold the pen to your life. Don't let fear or self-doubt control the narrative. You are the one who chooses who you want to be, what you want to achieve, and how you want your story to unfold. You have the power to create a story that reflects your true potential, a story that's uniquely yours. The best stories don't happen by accident. They're written with intention, with purpose, and with the knowledge that every page, every chapter contributes to the bigger picture. You may face unexpected challenges along the way, but how you respond to them, how you adapt, and how you move forward, this is what makes the story worth telling. So take the pen back in your hands. Don't wait for someone else to write your story for you. You are the author of your life, and the power to shape it is in your hands. Every decision you make is a stroke of the pen, and the story you write will be as meaningful and impactful as you choose it to be. So as you move forward in life, remember that you are the author of your own story. No one else can determine your path or define your worth. Embrace the messiness, the challenges, and the failures, because they're all part of the growth you're meant to experience. Keep pushing forward, believe in yourself, and choose growth every single day. Don't let anyone or anything dictate the direction of your life. The power to shape your future is within you, and the story you write will be one of resilience, strength, and unstoppable potential.